Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. My name's GBay99. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. I know I certainly am. Today, we're going to be talking a lot about gaming communities. A few days ago, The Guardian published an article titled Monster Hunter 4, Why Some Video Game Communities Are Nicer Than Others. I'll put a link to it in the description if you guys want to go read it. And it brought up some very interesting points. God damn it, that Udyr skin is so ridiculous. The author of the article wrote about how it's interesting that Monster Hunter 4 has one of the friendliest communities in all of video games and why he thinks that is. He states that the way that the game is structured just creates this really nice atmosphere, friendly atmosphere, where negativity doesn't really have much of a place. Now, one reason he thinks it's so friendly is firstly, it's a 3DS exclusive title, and typing messages to other players on that tiny little touchpad can probably be pretty annoying, so players are more likely to only communicate vital information and not just use it to swear at each other. He also notes that there's just this very friendly atmosphere that permeates through the game of most players saying, you probably suck if you're new to this game, that's okay, you're gonna suck for a while, we all do, let's get better at this game together. He claims that this we're all learning the game together atmosphere just creates a really nice place to play the game in a really nice community. Most of the stuff that he says is true, honestly. I'm not trying to disagree with it or discredit his work or anything with this video, but I think he's missing one really important piece of information. The reason games like Monster Hunter have really nice and friendly communities while games like League of Legends don't is really just all summed up in one word: competition. When you make a game competitive, you start pitting players against each other and immediately define them. Whoever wins is better, and people love being better than others. Now, some competitive games are rougher around the edges, but still have generally kind of nice communities, but when you start adding certain factors like luck in Hearthstone or teams in League of Legends, then you immediately make things a whole lot more nasty. Suddenly, you've created scapegoats that you can put blame onto. In League of Legends, your 4 random teammates that you've had no power in choosing are going to affect your rating and how the community views you. Things can get pretty heated because of that. But ultimately, I think there's 2 big reasons why some games like League of Legends, and MOBAs specifically, have really nasty communities at times, while other competitive games or just casual ones can be much more friendly. The first reason is competition. The fact that League of Legends and MOBAs are the most competitive esports, most successful esports out there in the world today. Of course, when you have people competing for millions of dollars and thousands of dollars on a daily basis and stuff like the LCS, that's going to trickle down to all ratings and have a very intense atmosphere, let's say. Secondly, something I hear people almost never talk about, and something that they probably should talk about, in League of Legends, when you see someone playing the game perfectly, you will not be able to tell that they're playing the game perfectly. What do I mean by that? Okay, so, you know, in, let's say StarCraft, when you see Jaedong make all sorts of crazy plays in StarCraft, or when you watch Smash Bros and you see Mango just styling on some opponent, you can tell how skilled they are through their movements, through how quickly they're making everything happen, through how incredibly intense all the movements. Everything that they do is impressive just to look at. But the thing with League is, while you do occasionally have a Faker-like play where you just go crazy and it looks really impressive, for about 80% of the game, if you're playing the game perfectly, no one's going to notice. A lot of the stuff that you have to do in League of Legends, like last hitting, controlling minion waves, rotating around the map, grouping with your team for team fights, warding, a lot of that stuff is just sort of expected of you. When someone wards perfectly, it's not a flashy, impressive thing that everyone just stands and wonders, oh my goodness, how are they doing that? These are things that if you do them perfectly, people aren't going to notice that often. It's harder to tell when someone's playing well compared to when someone's playing poorly. You notice when someone doesn't do one of those things well, when someone misses CS, when someone isn't grouping with their team, when someone mismanages a minion wave and dies to minions on a trade or something. Because of this, a lot of League players get into this really flawed mindset of always thinking, I can see your mistakes, you must not, since you're the one making them. That means I'm a better player than you are. And that can create a really mean community. Between teammates, between opponents, between you and the LCS pros, if you aren't aware of that feeling that you can get very easily, then you can get very mad very quickly. I still think the negativity in these communities is over-exaggerated, at least a little bit, but at the same time, I'm sure plenty of you guys would love to disagree with me. Anyway, though, that's just my opinion on all this. Thank you all very much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you all tomorrow, but until then, thanks again for watching. Good luck in solo queue, and have a wonderful day.